Hey y'all, it's Mama Beth. I'm sitting out here on my balcony. As you can see, I've just potted some geraniums and I'm sitting out here listening to the bird calls. You're going to hear owls soon. They usually start in the gloaming, which is this time of the evening. There's a movie called In the Gloaming, and it's when the sun is set, pretty much almost, and you get this kind of purplish light that we've got out here. And it's one of my favorite times of the day. I want to talk to y'all about some things that are weighing on my mind. You know, I started this channel because my favorite place is in the kitchen, y'all know that. And the best places to learn, the best advice I ever got was always in the kitchen with one of my grandmothers. You know, I had my Dee Dee. You'll hear me talk about her all the time. And then my granny, who's still with us. She's going to be 99 this year. Or is it 100? No, she'll be 100 this year. Lord, I can't believe that woman's 100. She's amazing. She's just an amazing person. Y'all see my geraniums? One of them's blooming already, starting a little bit of bloom. But that's why I started this channel, and to teach people, you know, the life lessons that I learned in the kitchen are just, they have carried me through the toughest times, and they have helped me enjoy the best of times. That was the purpose. I just wanted to share things, you know. Yeah, I'm a psychologist. Yeah, I can go into detail on different types of disorders, and I have done that. When you all have asked, I have given. I've given explanations that anyone can understand, and to help you understand yourself and understand others that you loved, and you know that you wanted to help. But the main thing is helping you live a happier life. How to face adversity, and you know, just to get through it. Because sometimes you look at a day and you're like, can I even go on? You know, you see what's happened in the day before that, and you're just like, man, I've about had enough. Well, that's what I want to talk about, having enough. What do you do to change it when you've had enough? I've seen in the last couple of weeks, especially, people are really just saying, I have had enough. I want to leave YouTube. I can't take this anymore. People are really just giving me so much hell. They are coming after me. And then I see other people who are in pain, who have, you know, lost parents, who have lost loved ones, who have lost a husband, you know, a child. And they are coming at each other with such viciousness and saying such things that in the modern world, if you were face to face with one another, oh, you get popped in the mouth. I mean, I've heard people say that some people were lying about being sexually assaulted, about being raped, that they lied about the miscarriage afterwards. Now, come on, y'all. I've heard people say that they were lying about a child being murdered, that accusing the mother, standing in the middle of the street screaming. Y'all know who I'm talking about if you follow along, follow the recent drama. I've seen people say that they were lying about their diagnosis. People who were coming up and saying, you know, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to talk to you about my journey with my medical history. And, you know, then other people saying, oh, they're lying, they're fake, and they're making it up. Or others who are saying, you know, I've got this beautiful, you know, child or grandchild, or, you know, I've got these events going on in my life, but I can't share it with the people that I care about on social media because there are these people who will take it and twist it, and they will make fake accounts using those pictures and use them against me, and they will say horrible things about my children and my grandchildren and my family. Well, this is where we have to start making some choices. You have to cut some people out. I've said this before in videos, and I don't think people got it. You know, when you When you say, see a spot on your arm, and it looks like a mole, but it's misshapen. We all know the signs of melanoma. I think we've had them beat into us since the 70s or maybe 80s. You know, if that mole doesn't have an even edge, we go to the doctor, we have it looked at. The doctor takes it off and biopsies it. Then we go further with treatment, right? We don't just sit there and watch that mole grow until it becomes dangerous, until it starts to eat into our arm. If it's a cancer, we cut it out, right? Well, that's what you have to do. Some people are joyful and delights in our life. I'm using my phone. I didn't want to drag the camera and all that out, so I want it to be steady. Some people are cancers in our lives, and we just have to cut them out, burn them out, throw them away. Other people are like a healing ointment. They make us feel better about ourselves and about the world around us. They make us happy to be here. You know, they're a joy. And those people are the ones that we want to bring closer to us. Okay? Some of these cancerous people, some of these people that do nothing but harm and are full of hate, and we know who they are. You know, if you go into a stream and they're going, oh, she lied about this and she lied about that and she's an evil, hateful person, blah, 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 and they're talking about us, or the people we care about. Look, you can't always fight these people. You don't win online arguments. We know this. Online wars never have a victor. Say that again with me. Online wars never have a victor. If you argue online, there are no winners. Okay? You can't win. People already have their mind made up before they start to fight. So what we need to do is realize that it's not worth it. Just back out of the chat, block it, block everybody who's saying hateful things, and move on to find better people. If you go into, say, X person's chat, and sorry it cut off. If you go into X person's chat and you hear that nonsense, if you hear things that you know are lies, and you see everybody in the chat just eating it up, that's like going to visit Satan, you know, that little devil on your shoulder. Well, he directed you there. Back out. You don't have to go and bring your posse, and we don't have wars on here. I know we hear people say, oh, I've got an army. You do not. You have people that follow blindly. You have people that go, oh, I'm going to join in and I'm going to argue with you. You know, this is a playground mentality. But you choose to go into that chat. You choose to go listen to that. And you know what? Everybody ends up harmed. Everybody ends up hurt, damaged emotionally, mentally, you know, because those words ring in your ears. And they know that. The people who are saying, oh, she lied about this, she lied about that. Listen, I've been through it. If you all have been around for at least a year and a half, you know that I've been through some major nonsense. And it hurts. I'm not going to lie. It got to me. But you know what? The person that was doing it was nothing but a piece of trash as far as I'm concerned. Because, you know, I'm happy in my life. And their goal was to make me miserable. Now, what kind of a person wants to take a happy person and make them miserable? You got to be a pretty shitty person to do that, right? And I didn't do anything to them. That whole thing was started because somebody wanted information and they didn't like what they got. They got the truth and they didn't like it. You know, okay, so whatever. I'm a truth teller. So what do they do to a truth teller? They want to discredit me. They wanted to discredit me. They wanted to make out like I was some big liar. And because I had protected myself online, hey, do it. Say what you want. Do what you want. Doesn't matter. I'm still who I am. And you know what? I still have what I have, and I have my friends, and I'm a happy person. I don't have to go attack people and try to hurt people to make myself feel better. And we know, you know, that phrase, hurt people was thrown around a lot, but it was thrown around by the wrong people, and they were misusing it. They were using it in the wrong fashion. Hurt people to make themselves feel better, because if they see someone in more pain than themselves, they think they're okay. Okay, that's what it really means. Not just that because you're hurt, you're going to hurt somebody else. No, there's a deeper meaning to it. Now, I want to talk about some things specifically. All right, there's this whole, we'll just say the person that's decided to go from drama to crime. And, and she's not doing it correctly. We all know that. We know she doesn't know what she's talking about or what she's doing. She needs to understand that her actions are angering the family, not because she's finding anything out. She's not solving any crimes. And I'm not mentioning the name because, honestly, I don't give a shit about her. But what I do give a shit about, as we say, is the family. They've lost a child. They don't need to have some woman from the ghetto running around saying the mother did it and the family was in on it. You know what? If I was in that family, I'd be very angry too. Wouldn't you? Yeah, I'd probably be making some stupid threats online. I'd probably be saying some stupid things. I'd probably be out for blood. Because that's a baby, an 8-month-old baby. But she's never been a mother. And honestly, I don't think she has any sympathy or emotions to care for anybody. She thinks it's funny her dad still hits her in the mouth. And she's in her 30s. This woman doesn't understand normal emotion. We know that. We see it. That's how she can say the things that she does. That's how she can stand in the middle of the road and scream for the mother and make the mother think they've found her child. So yeah, the family is justifiably angry. Maybe leave the family alone. If you want to do some detective work, maybe do some reading. Maybe find out what the police actually know and are releasing, and ponder on it. Oftentimes you can do more sitting and listening than you can go stomping around in some woods or, trying to get yourself on TV and be the center of attention. There are different ways to go about things. And there's a method, there's a level of decorum that you try to keep at a crime scene. When the police call you disgusting, that's saying something. Especially when you're surrounded by people from the actual ghetto, the lowest class part of the city, who are standing around there in silence and being respectful, and you're screaming. That is disgusting. And another thing, I have sympathy for anyone who's in pain, anyone who is going through a traumatic time health-wise or, emotionally or mentally. And you all see that. You all know me. But I can't stand by and watch when somebody calls someone else who has been through severe trauma a liar. If you don't believe someone's story that they were sexually assaulted, shut up. Keep it to yourself. How dare you? Especially when you say you've been through the same thing. You know who I'm talking about. You're the one who said it, and you know I'm talking to you. How dare you? How dare you? I have said before, when someone says that they were sexually assaulted, that they were raped, or they were molested as a child, I will always believe the victim. I will always believe that person. There's no way to prove it didn't happen. There are ways to prove it did. But you know what? If someone comes forward and is brave enough to say that, I'll take their word on it. Okay? Now, if they're saying that person did it, I'm going to need proof that that person did it. We know that there have been people who have been put in jail, and they weren't the actual assailant. But you know what? Especially with the one that I heard last night, the man went to jail. DNA evidence was provided. Okay, there's proof he did it. Okay, And then to say that there was no pregnancy and no miscarriage, okay, who are you to say that? Don't go making statements that you have no proof of or disproof of. And don't say, oh, nobody would come out with it like this or that because I didn't. People say things in all different sorts of ways. I've had people talking about one subject, then all of a sudden flip over and say, I need to tell you that I was raped. And we might have been talking about sewing. And yeah, did it catch me off guard? Yeah, it sure as hell did. Don't ever judge anyone else by what you think they should do. That's not fair to them. And you know what? You're putting your feelings onto what you think they should be and do, and that's not fair. Everyone reacts differently. Have some compassion. And you know what? If they weren't sexually assaulted, just a what if, what's it going to do to you to be a little compassionate? What's it going to hurt you to say, I'm sorry that happened to you? Is that any skin off of your nose? Does that diminish your pain any to give someone else some compassion or sympathy? If someone says I was robbed, does that take money out of your pocket? No, it doesn't. So my moral lesson for this, I'm trying not to make these too long. My moral lesson is, if you see that you're stepping into a toxic environment, online, in real life, or whatever, step out of it. Stay away from it. RuPaul has one of the best quotes ever, and I usually don't say GD, but I'm going to with this because it's part of the quote. And RuPaul said, it's none of my goddamn business what someone else thinks of me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the best ever. And it's right. It's none of your business what someone else thinks of you. So don't listen. Don't listen. Don't go there. Don't open your ears to it. Go la 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 and go on. Go watch a tutorial. Learn how to tat. Nobody but me, I think, anymore knows how to tat. It's lace making with thread in your fingers, and it's very complicated, and it damn sure will keep your mind off this other stuff because it's, oh my gosh. Go learn how to do something, learn a craft, learn to do something else, but stay away from people who are toxic. And you know what? Not just those that are toxic to you, talking crap about you. Stay away from those that are talking badly about people that you know, people that you like, people you care for. Just stay away from them. It's poison. You're pouring poison in your ears and your mind and your soul. And you know what? If you are hearing things, if someone is telling you something and you don't believe it, okay, fine, don't believe it. But don't go around talking shit about them. Don't go around saying, oh, they're lying, they're a liar, they didn't have this happen, they don't have that wrong with them, they don't have this or that, the other. You know, stop. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, woo, there's a big truck going down this little bitty mountain road. Woo. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If someone says they stubbed their big toe, saying, oh, I'm sorry, doesn't make your toe hurt, does it? If someone says they were robbed, it doesn't take money out of your wallet. If someone says they're sick, it doesn't make your stomach hurt. Give a little compassion. You know? Because one of these days, you're going to need compassion, and you're going to need someone to believe in you. And you're going to need to hear, I love you, and I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Can we help? Be a little kinder to people around you. And be kind to yourself. Now, I'm Mama Beth, and these are my words of wisdom, or whatever you want to call them. Stop being so mean to each other. Stop being mean to yourself. You're worth kindness, and so is everybody else. I was hoping we'd hear the owls. I've heard tiny little sounds that sounded like they were from the front yard, but I haven't heard any back here yet. And I saw one fly by the balcony doors. And it was enormous. I thought it was like a dinosaur going by. I always forget how big they are. But these are part of my woods. And I love my mountain home. And I'd take you out front, but some idiot would Google map me. We've got all these flowers out front, roses and lilies. And we even have the Loch Ness Monster swimming in my yard. All right. Well, this is a beautiful summer day in West Virginia in the Gloaming. I love you. You love you. Have a good day. Bye.